Okay, this is the hat for the gnome. I've stitched out this line, and you take a piece of fleece or fur, and what you want to do is like line it up on the bottom with these stitches. Okay, we've stitched across there, so then we're going to add the front piece. And you put it on there, and it'll stitch across there. Okay, I have took it off of the machine, but most of this you can just keep it on and fold up. But we stitched the line across there, so you want to fold this up. And then for the back piece, fold up a little piece. And then line it up with your fur. And then it'll stitch out the hat. Okay, here's my hat stitched out. And I'll tell you what it does. It stitches along here, then it stops. And it goes down here and comes back up because I had trouble with things catching in this fold. But then you tear off and turn. And then you turn it inside out. And you have your little hat for your gnome. With fur on the front. And then a folded up edge, clean finish on the back. Okay, for the fur beard, see the line there? You want to just take a piece of fur and lay it on there. And a piece of water-soluble stabilizer so the fur doesn't get hung. And you'll stitch that line there. And then you can trim it out afterwards. And if you're doing yarn, the yarn pieces, you want to just make a bunch of yarn and then lay it there along the beard and also put this stuff on top. Okay, I stitched this line there. And then what I'll do is just trim out this little circle. And then kind of trim the beard to the shape you want it. And if you want it to go to a point, you can change that and do it. And this is where, you gotta get this where it stays out of the stitching. So, kind of fold it up. And pin it or tape it out of place. I went ahead and stitched there. So you do the fold up thing again. And stitch around the doll, and then you turn it inside out. But that's just an idea of how the beard's done. Okay, this, if you choose to add pockets to your little vest, I've stitched around here, and here's our placement line, and we want to just take a piece of material, fold it, and place it along there. Okay, here's our front. For the pockets, you want to just trim around the bottom and then trim all sides. Then we'll go back and stitch around it. Okay, I thought I was recording, but I hit the wrong button, so I went ahead and did this. But here is the back sewn on. And you do it, you sew around it, and then you add the fronts and sew across the shoulders and the sides. Okay, here's our little vest sewn together, and we'll just turn it. And then you can glue it or sew it on the doll. You can sew a button right there to hold it together or just glue it. And there's our little vest.